Hello everybody and welcome to Ian's Bricks. My name is Ian. So a couple of weeks ago I did a list of Lego sets that will be retiring at the end of 2023. This is actually based on information from lego.com, where quite a lot of sets, over 300 in fact, were listed as last chance to buy, which is normally a really good indication that the sets will definitely be retiring at the end of 2023. Now obviously I only did a top 20 and there were some really decent sets on there, but a lot of people were putting comments in there saying they sort of agree with some of them, but there was other sets that I'd missed out. Obviously I only had 20 to choose from, and they were my personal choices of some good sets to get to either buy to build or buy for Lego invest in. So what I wanted to do is basically do a list of another 20. I was going to do another 10, but I sort of went through a list of all the other sets. I'm thinking, well, there's probably at least another 20 really good sets on there that potentially are definitely worth getting before they retire. Obviously once they do retire, things do creep up in value, so if you're somebody who wants to build a Lego set, then that's going to, if you want to get that set, that's going to be more expensive for you to buy. You're going to have to buy it from a Lego reseller or from eBay or from Amazon or something like that. And obviously if you're into Lego investing, now is a really good opportunity to buy these sets, because there are sets already that are starting to become more and more difficult to get hold of. As we sort of get into the autumn, October through to November, you'll find that some of the more popular sets will just start to disappear from shop shelves. So just bear that in mind. If there is a set you've been sort of waiting to get for quite a while and it's on this list, now would be a very good time to get it. So I have a list then of another 20 sets that are going to be retiring at the end of the year. They are in no particular order this time, so my original list was sort of my top 20 from 20 up to number 1 of my sort of my favourite sets, my personal choice of the best sets to buy before they retire. These aren't in any particular sort of favourite order, so what I've decided to do is just do them from the smallest set by number of piece count to the largest set. So number 1 on my list is this set here, which I have behind me, and this is a Minecraft set. Now I don't normally go for Minecraft sets, but it's a Lego Brickhead set. It's set number 40625 and it's the Llama. It's got 100 pieces in it, no minifigures in this because it's a Brickhead. Incredibly short shelf life on this one. It was only released in April of 2023 and it will be retiring at the end of 2023. It retails at £9.99 in the UK, $9.99 in the US and €9.99 in Euroland. What's interesting about this, I think it's just an unusual set. Short shelf life is quite a positive thing for it. Minecraft is not something I would normally go for, but I think with Brickheads, you know I'm a Brickheads fan, so I'm always going to like the Brickheads. But also if you have a look on the bottom there, this is the Brickhead set number 200. So this is they number most of the Brickheads as and when they release them. For example, I think the Ahsoka Tano was number 150, but this is the number 200. So it's got a little gold thing on there saying it's 200, which might add to its collectability. I think this is a nice little set. It's a small set to get. You can really only get them from Lego or Lego.com, so you're probably not going to be able to get them reduced. But I just like this set. It's really good. There are 2 other Minecraft Brickheads as well, but I think out of the 3 of them, this is probably your best bet and probably the one that will probably go up in value most once it's retired. And second on my list, the second smallest set, is also behind me, and this is one that I've actually built myself. This is the Speed Champion set, if I just sort of hold it there. Set number 76906. It's a 1970 Ferrari 512M, 291 pieces in the set. It's got 1 minifigure. You can probably just make him out in the cockpit there, and it's an exclusive minifigure apparently to this. It was released in March of 2022. It's going to retire at the end of 2023. It's £19.99 in the UK, $19.99 in the US and $24.99 in euros. Nice little set this. There's quite a few Speed Champions retiring at the end of this year. This for me is probably one of the better ones. It's a really nice set. I really enjoy building it. You get these very small, I don't know whether you can make them out there, but just on the side there's a little printed tile. Probably not going to focus very well, but yeah, really nice set. Few stickers in this as there are with most Speed Champions, but I think this is a good bet. You can probably get this at reduced prices as well. I know on Amazon, even at the moment, it's around about 20% off, so keep an eye out for discounts for this set, but really nice. Ferraris do go very well once they've retired. Next on the list then, it's set 40516. It's the Icons Everyone is Awesome. 346 pieces. This is the one with 11 different multicoloured minifigures, and all apparently the brick set class all 11 of those minifigures as exclusive, because obviously they don't come in any other sets, but you could probably make them up from other sets, etc. But they are saying basically a lot of minifigures in that set. Released in June of 21, retires December 23, so 2.5 year shelf life. It's fairly average for a Lego set. £30.99 in the UK, $34.99 in dollars, $34.99 in euros. I just like this set. It's unusual, it's different. Minifigures are very, very good value. You get 11 minifigures in this set, which basically works out at less than £3 of minifigures, around about $3, €3 per minifigure, which is a very good value anyway. But I just think it's such an unusual set. People like these monochrome minifigures, all the different colours, and I just think it's a set that probably won't be sort of re-releasing ever. So I just think it's quite a nice set. Only really available, I think, from Lego and Lego.com as well. So you might struggle to get this at a discount, but I think even at that price, I think it's probably a decent set to get, in my opinion. Next on the list, 76208, the Marvel The Goat Boat, 564 pieces. 2 out of the 5 minifigures in this set are exclusive. It was only released in April of 2022, will be retiring in December 23. £54.99 in the UK recommended retail price, $59.99 in US dollars and $59.99 in euros. You can get this reduced if you look around. I know in the UK on Amazon it's regularly around about the £41, £42 mark. So you can probably get better deals if you kind of wait, but maybe you don't want to wait too long on this one. Now this is actually a set that I don't actually own yet, and I don't know why. I think I've been waiting for it to come down in price, maybe a little bit more, and it hasn't. So I'm probably at the stage now where I'm probably just going to get a few of these, whatever price I can get them at the moment, and see how they go. But yeah, nice set. Boats do quite well in Lego. It's Marvel, probably one of my not my greatest theme, but it's still a good theme to invest in if you're a Lego investor. And I think that the issue with me with this set was that the goats weren't the actual Lego molded goats that you can get. They were sort of brick built goats. Although they look fine, and for the scale of the set I can understand why they did that. It's a shame they didn't have some real moulded goats as well, because apparently those moulded goat pieces are quite rare. But apart from that, I think it's a nice little set. As I say, boats tend to do quite well. Next on the list is 76187. That's the Marvel Venom. It's kind of part of the head series, the bust, the helmet series. 565 pieces. No minifigures for this one, but it was only released in April of 21. Expires in December 23. 2.5 years shelf life, which is fairly average. $59.99 in UK pounds. $69.99 US dollars and $69.99 in euros. Recommended retail price. Again, a set that you can get discounted all over the place. I know in Europe and in UK you can get these on Amazon. I bought some from Amazon Germany recently at quite a decent price. So have a look out for discounts on this. I think because it's, I mean, I don't particularly like the look of this with the sort of the teeth and the tongue coming out. It's just not my particular cup of tea. But again, I'm aware it's part of a set, it's part of a range. The Venom figure itself is quite popular. They will be releasing more Venom films as the time goes on. So I think it will be a set that is quite a good one to get hold of if you can do that. Next on the list then is 40560, Harry Potter, the Professors of Hogwarts. This is a brickhead set, 601 pieces, no minifigures in this because it's brickheads. Released in April of 21, retires at the end of 23. Oh, sorry, June of 2022, I'm getting my dates mixed up. It came out in June 22 and is retiring in December 23. Apologies for that. So that is quite a short shelf life on that one, about a year and a half. $39.99 in pounds, dollars and euros. Nice little set this. I do like my brickheads, as you know. I think it's unusual. Again, you can only get brickheads really from Lego and Lego.com, so you're not really going to get any discounts on there. But I think as a sort of a collectible thing with brickheads, I think you're not going to get the individual professors in other sets particularly going forward. So it's a good opportunity to get these while you can. Next on the list, 75979, Harry Potter Hedwig, 630 pieces. You get one exclusive minifigure apparently with this particular set. Was released in June of 2020, so it's had quite a long shelf life, 3.5 years, so it's quite a long time for a smaller set. Recommended retail price is $34.99 in UK pounds, $39.99 US dollars, $39.99 in euros. You can again get this cheaper if you shop on Amazon and things like that. Now, been out for a while this set, but I still think it's got potential. I think it's a popular set. I think the Hedwig bird, as how it looks, they've done a couple like the Fawkes Phoenix and the Hungarian Horntail, which we'll talk about in a minute. But I think out of the three sort of flapping birds that they did do Lego, my favourite is the Hedwig one for whatever reason, but it has been out there the longest, so maybe that might affect how it will do in the future. But I still think it's a decent set to get. I managed to get a few of these maybe about a year ago. I think it was Black Friday of last year, and I got them for around about £16 each. So I got a huge discount. I think I could only get about 3 or 4. So I'd like to get more at that price, but I don't think I'll be able to. But yeah, a decent little set, nice build. I built one of these. It's been dismantled a while ago now, but it is a really nice build. I love how you turn the handle and the wings sort of flap up and down. It's very, very clever, and it is a set I really, really like. Next on the list then is this set here. I'm going to go to the correct side, and we have, and it's the one I've literally just talked about. It's the just get that on screen there. It is the Hungarian Horntail 76406, part of the Harry Potter range. Again, it's very similar to Hedwig. Slightly bigger in pieces, 671 pieces. It's got one minifigure that's exclusive, and it was only released in June of 2022 and is retiring at the end of this year, 2023. $44.99 in the UK, $49.99 in US dollars and in euros. Again, you can get this reduced. I know on Amazon at the moment in the UK it's around about £33. It's a decent little set, this, again, because you've obviously got the flapping wings, and they are cloth wings in this one, so it's slightly different than the other sort of flapping beasts or birds, as it were, and I just sort of like this one. I think it's a very, very nice set, unusual, and again, I don't think we'll be doing anything on this scale, and I have seen the cloth wings. I haven't built one of these, but in Lego stores they've had them on display, and some very, very nice cloth wings in there. So again, this has got potential. Certainly if you can get it at a discounted rate, I'll be looking at trying to pick this up before it retires. Right, excuse me while I turn around. Next on my list then is another set that I have here. We have 40521, and it's the Disney Mini Haunted Mansion. So if I just get that on screen there we go. 680 pieces in this one. We've got one minifigure in this, which is exclusive, and it was released in August of 2022, retires end of December 2023. So again, quite a short shelf life of less than a year and a half. That's pretty good. $34.99 in the UK recommended retail price, $39.99 in dollars and euros. This is exclusive to Lego stores and Lego.com, so you probably won't ever get this discounted. It's a nice set, this, and I think because it's part of a range, you've got the mini Disney Castle, which has been out longer, and I think they're going to be doing other things in this range as well. So I think again it's kind of a collectible series, so bear that in mind when you're sort of making your choices about which Lego sets to get. Some interesting sort of pieces. These sort of micro scale builds are quite nice. You do get on the back of the box here, you can see there's sort of an inside to it, so it is quite a nice little set. I think this is a decent little set to get, and in fact I picked up a few of these recently because I hadn't really got that many of these, so I think this will be a set that will do quite well once it retires. Right, let me just pop that on the back over there. So next on my list then is 75326. It's the Star Wars Boba Fett's Throne Room, 732 pieces. 6 out of the 7 minifigures in this set are apparently exclusive. Was only released in March of 2022. Will be retiring December 2023. $89.99 for this recommended retail price in the UK. $99.99 in US dollars and in euros. You can again get this cheaper. I think I've seen these quite a lot lower on Amazon in the UK, so it's definitely worth shopping around for a discount on this set if you can. They have released this set in the past, so it is a set that potentially Lego may release in the future. I know in the past it had domes and things on the top. This particular set doesn't. However, it's still a nice set, some exclusive minifigures in there. Again, I think it's, you know, anything with Star Wars is always going to be fairly popular, especially when there's so many exclusive minifigures in the particular set. Next on the list is another Harry Potter set, 75968. It's 4 Privet Drive, 797 pieces, 5 out of the 6 minifigures in the set are apparently exclusive. It was released way back in June of 2020, so a 3.5-year shelf life on this one, which is quite a long time. $69.99 is the recommended retail price in the UK, $79.99 in US dollars and in euros. Again, you can get this hugely discounted on Amazon, certainly in the UK. I picked up one of these recently for about £40. I could only buy one of them though, so keep an eye out. But even generally, I think in the UK on Amazon they're around about £50. Nice set this. I like building, so for me it's a set that I personally like. I know a lot of people don't really go for buildings, and it's just, I just like how it looks like the house in the actual Harry Potter film. It's very, very similar to the actual house, so it is a set that I like. I actually bought one of these to build. I've dismantled it since, so I can't show you now, but it is a nice little set, and I think this will do well once it goes off the shelves. Next then is 75323. It's Star Wars The Justifier. 1,022 pieces in this set. 2 out of the 5 figures in this set are apparently exclusive at the moment, or whether that will continue, I don't know. Was only released in August of 2022, so only a year and a half, or less than a year and a half on the shelf for this one. $149.99 in the UK, $169.99 in dollars and euros. Quite an expensive set. Obviously we've got the Star Wars tax on this one, but you can get this cheaper. I think I picked one of these up earlier in this year for just over £100. They maybe have been less than that, and maybe won't see any more going quite that low, but you can get a little bit of a discount if you look around. Nice set this. A lot of people are sort of on the fence with this. Some people like it, some people don't like it. I think it's okay. It's a big set. It's probably a little bit overpriced, but again, a couple of exclusive minifigures, that's always going to go for it, especially with a Star Wars set. And again, this is probably a set that Lego probably won't be sort of re-releasing or rehashing anytime soon, so I think this could be popular, especially with a reasonably short shelf life. Another Star Wars set next is 75335, and that's the BD1 figure, 1,062 pieces. You get one exclusive minifigure, although it is really just sort of a mini version of the BD1, which would you class it as a minifigure? Maybe not. Only released again in August of 2022, so again, very short shelf life on this one. $89.99 in UK pounds, $99.99 in US dollars and in euros. I like this set. I haven't bought one to build, but I did buy a couple recently. I got a really good deal on Amazon in the UK. These seem to be starting to disappear from shelves, so I think if this is a set that you want, I think this is probably one of the sets you need to really look to get now rather than later, because I don't think it's going to be hanging around particularly much longer. Certainly on Amazon in the UK the stocks seem to have dried up. There are still some available, I think, on maybe lego.com, but even there it's sort of in and out of stock quite a lot of the time, so you might struggle to get hold of this, but still I think it's a nice set, and if you can get this at a discounted rate, I think this will be a winner. And another Star Wars set next is 75318, and that is the Child, 1,073 pieces. You get the one minifigure with this. It was released in October of 2020, so 3.5 years on this one, so it's been on the shelves for quite a while. $79.99 in UK pounds, $89.99 in dollars and euros. Now I really like this set. I've actually got it behind me here. What I'll do first of all is show you the plaque. So this is the plaque that you get with the set, and there's the minifigure. You basically get Baby Yoda, as you can see there, but that comes in a few sets, so it's not exclusive. This is a sticker on this, which is a slight downside. I think with a lot of the larger sets now they're doing printed tars with these, but the set itself, I really like this. Again, this is something that I built myself. I really enjoyed it. I think I got this for my birthday actually, so thank you to whoever bought me that. I think it was my work colleague. So anyway, so this is a really nice little set. I really enjoyed building this. I have this on display in my cabinet. It's just a nice size. It's not too big. It's quite easy to display. It looks really, really cute. A lot of people sort of moan about eyes on these Lego sets. They're sort of dead eyes and they sort of stare at you and a bit spooky, but I don't mind them too much. I just like the way how you can pose the hand and you've got the little ball in there, and it's really, really nice. I do like this set. Again, this set you can get reduced on Amazon if you look around, and I think I picked a couple of these up for certainly a decent reduced price, maybe earlier in the summer sometime. So I might try and get a couple more of these before they completely disappear off the shelves. Right, back to my list then. I've got a few more to go through. We've got how many more? 2, 4, 6 left. So we've got, next is 76956. We're getting to the bigger sets now. This is Jurassic Park T-Rex Breakout. 1,212 pieces. 4 out of the 4 minifigures, all 4 of the minifigures in the set are apparently exclusive. Was only released in April of 2022, so a year and a half shelf life on this one. It's $89.99 in UK pounds, $99.99 in US dollars, and $99.99 in euros. Again, this is a set that I don't actually own yet, so I really need to start getting my my skates on, trying to pick this up. You can get this at a slightly reduced price. I think it's available, I can't remember where it's available in the UK. I think it's Argos. It's an exclusive in Argos, but at the moment it's not had a reduced price on it. I think that's probably why I haven't bought one yet, is I keep missing out on Argos. I have an issue with Argos. I don't have one particularly close, and then deals come out and I miss them. So yeah, you got to be on the ball with these. But I still think it's a nice set, and I think because it's such an iconic scene from the original Jurassic Park film, where the cars get turned over and the kids are underneath and all this, I just think it's one of those, such an iconic scene, that I think it is a set that will continue to be popular as time goes on. Next on the list is 76989. It's the Horizon Forbidden West Tall Neck, 1,222 pieces. It has one exclusive minifigure in this set. It was released in May of 2022, so slightly more than a year and a half on the shelves for this. $79.99 in UK pounds, $89.99 in US dollars and in euros. Nice set, this, unusual. Some people are on the fence with this. Some people really like it and think it'll do really well. Others aren't so sure. I never really heard of Horizon Forbidden West before Lego reduced this. I'm not really into that kind of thing. I think it's gaming, that kind of thing. I just not really my cup of tea. I don't know a lot about it, but as a set and as a Lego set, I think it looks really, really good. I haven't bought one to build, but I have bought a few of these for Lego investment, and I managed to get them discounted as well from Amazon, so bear that in mind. But yeah, nice set this, unusual, bit on the fence as to how well this one will do, but it's got potential, definitely got potential. Next on the list, 76193, it's the Marvel, the Guardian ship. This is the orange Guardian ships. There's a couple of Guardian ships out there at the moment. This is the orange one. 1 out of the 6 minifigures in this are apparently exclusive. Was released in June of 21, so two and a half years on the shelf for this one. That's fairly average. $139.99 in UK pounds, $159.99 in US dollars and in euros. Again, you can get this cheaper if you look around. I know on Amazon it's regularly at around about £103. I know I think earlier in the year, somewhere in the UK, had them on at just over 70, so you could have got them a lot lower. But for now, I think it's definitely a decent set. I think again, Marvel is not a bad theme to invest in. I think this is such an iconic ship as well, and I think Lego did a really good job of this. They've got a stand for it. It sort of sits on the stand and it looks really, really good. I quite like this set. I did have a couple of these which I bought last year, and I sold them because I got them and the boxes were slightly damaged and dented, so I did sell them at a sort of a reduced price that still made a small profit on them. But I do need to maybe pick a couple more of these up, because at the moment I don't have any in sort of my collection, so I maybe need to get one of these before they disappear altogether. Next on the list is 10292. It's the Icons Friends Apartment. 2,048 pieces for this set. All 7 of the minifigures are exclusive in this set, so that's definitely something going for it. It was released in June of 21, so 2.5 years on the shelf. Fairly average for a set of this size. $159.99 in UK pounds, $179.99 in dollars and in euros. Look, Friends is, I think, going to be eternally popular. Even I'm surprised. I mean, I was a big Friends fan at the time. When it very first came out, I wasn't into it. But after about season 3, I got into it. I used to watch every season as it came on. So I'm a big fan of Friends. I can pretty much spew out lines from the show in verbatim. You know, I know all the episodes inside out. I know all the catchphrases, and it is a very, very, very popular show. I think even as time goes on, despite some of the humour sort of maybe missing out as we sort of get into sort of 2023 and beyond, humour and comedy changes a little bit, but I certainly think it will remain popular, and the apartments are just such a key part of the actual TV show that I think this is something that will do very, very well. It's one of those sets that's gone under the radar a little bit. Really nice set, maybe just because it is such a slightly higher price set, maybe people aren't talking about this as much as they maybe should, but certainly looking at how the Central Park Perk Ideas set has done after it's retired. It certainly has gone up a little bit in value, but they were so widely available for a long period of time. They were on the shelves. I think there's a lot of not as many people have bought the Friends apartment, so I think this could do very, very well once it retires. And again, it might depend in the world where you are. Certainly in the UK, maybe the US, it's a very, very popular show, but maybe if you're sort of elsewhere in a non-English speaking country, it may not be quite as popular. So just bear that in mind depending where you live in the world as to whether something is going to be popular or not. Two left on the list then. We have 10270 Creator Expert Bookshop, 2,504 pieces. All 5 of the minifigures in the set are exclusive, but for a set like this, that's not really a huge deal. It was released in January 2020 and retires in December 23, so 3.5 years shelf life. That's pretty average for a modular building. £169.99 in UK pounds is the recommended retail price at the moment. $199 in dollars and $199.99 in euros. So fairly high price for this set. I think a lot of people are on the fence with this one. I think certainly as modular buildings go, the police station is better, and that was in my original top 20 list. But I still think modular buildings are always going to be popular. I still think, I personally really like this set. It's probably one of my more favourites. I always like the modular buildings where you have 2 separate buildings. That's just my own personal opinion. A lot of people don't particularly like this set and think it's a bit of a weak set, but I sort of disagree. I like this, but modular buildings tend to do fairly well regardless. Fairly average shelf life on this one, so nothing too special, but I certainly think if you haven't got this, you'll probably regret in future, because I think it is quite a visually nice looking set as well. And one final set, the biggest set on my list, is 10255, the Creator Expert Assembly Square. 4,002 pieces. Apparently 8 out of the 9 minifigures are exclusive. Now this has been on shelves for a long time, since January 2017, 7 years on shelves, and also it's had a couple of price hikes in its lifetime as well. I think when it first came out, I can't remember what it was, but I'm sure it was certainly under £200, but at the moment the recommended retail is $259.99, and in dollars it's $299.99, and also in euros as well. A couple of people in my comments on my earlier video of my original top 20 says, how can you not include Assembly Square? Well, I think the reason why I didn't include it in my top 20 was just because of the length it's been on shelves. It's been on shelves for such a long time. It's had a couple of price increases, so I think this is a set that could do well. The problem going against it, time on the shelves, but also it is quite a high price as well, and I tend to find that with higher priced Lego sets, people are less reluctant to buy them, so that might go against it. But it is such a great build. It's probably one of my favourite Lego builds of all time. I love modular buildings anyway, but when they had this sort of with 2 sections to it, 3 sort of buildings as it were, and I really, really liked it. It is an amazing build, but Lego has come a long way since 2017, and I think if they were to redo that set now, I think it would look completely different and have lots more features and things in. But still, saying that, I think I did sort of get a feeling from some of the comments in my earlier video that a lot of people do really like this set, and were sort of a little bit shocked that it wasn't on my top 20. So here it is in my next top 20, so I hope that satisfies a few of you out there. Anyway, that's my list. Again, there's plenty of other Lego sets which are decent out there, which I couldn't include. I could only include another 20, else I'll be talking forever. You're probably sick of hearing my voice already by now, but if you have got to the end of this video, thank you very much for watching. Until the next video, take care, and I'll see you then. Bye for now.